Good morning and welcome to you all, both you here in the chapel and those of you joining us on live stream today. My name is Rosie Kaplan, and it is my privilege to be officiating at this service of farewell to honour and celebrate the sadly still young Louise FITZGERALD. Louise's loving daughter Bonnie thanks you for being here today, and she appreciates that you have put aside your usual daily tasks to be here with her and her family, to say goodbye to their wise and gentle mother, grandmother, sister, aunt, great-aunt, sister-in-law and cousin, and of course the independent and community-minded woman who was your friend. At the completion of this, our farewell, they invite you to join them at Invercourt House Event Centre at 163 Invercourt Road. This is a wonderful opportunity to share memories and stories, laughter, and probably tears about Louise. Between us, we hold many different faiths and beliefs, and I trust that yours will hold you at this time, as we join here now to mourn and to honour Louise, to pay tribute to her, and to celebrate the life she shared with you. Louise did not have an easy life, and too many of her loved ones died. She has been very sad and deep in sorry business. In many ways, Louise lost her moorings. As Geraldine Brooks recently wrote in her grief-read memoir, "Our culture is adverse to sad. We want people to be happy. We're chagrined and slightly offended when they're not. They're a desire to cheer them up, and then later there will be a glancing at the wristwatch, a tapping of the foot if they can't be cheered, if their grief is perceived to go on too long. But Louise was fighting her way back to her old self. She was becoming brighter and looking after herself again. She hadn't quite got around to managing her high blood pressure, and it was this health issue that caused her sudden and unexpected death. With the suddenness of her leaving us, we and she didn't have a chance to say goodbye. So this funeral becomes an important step between who we were when Louise was alive and we thought we would see her again, and who we're going to be in this new world without her. This can be a difficult transition, but today's farewell can act as an important waymarker. By attending here today, we become a community, as we are all here for the same reason. We have all brought our love and our care with us today. We can feel closer and more connected, and with that heart, we can maybe help Louise in her transition into whatever or wherever she might be now. We can definitely hold Louise's family and support them, and also all of ourselves as we all make our transition into the new. And grief is our close companion in this transition. It is the journey from what we knew to what now is. That journey is the hard and rocky road we traverse to settle our grief. And grief's companion is tears. These are healing, both today at the funeral and any other time they appear. Remember that tears, whenever they show up, are only available to you because of your love for Louise. Louise's transition leaves a huge gap, as she has added her own unique creative talent, knowledge, and sense of humour to our lives. Her presence amongst us will be sadly missed, but she will live on in the memories we hold, in the love we share, and in the stories we will continue to tell of her. We need time to come to terms with our loss and our grief. Listening to John Lennon singing the beautiful Imagine might offer us a glimpse into how we can do that. While we sit in quiet reflection, I invite you to bring a particular memory to mind, a moment shared, or something that was unique to Louise's personality, and let you each make your own personal thanksgivings for all that Louise has gifted to you through her living.
Imagine there's no heaven. She's in, you'll try. No heaven.
didn't know Louise, but speaking with Bonnie the other day, I learned just a little about her. I learned about a sensitive, spiritual woman who wanted to grow as a person. She cared about her community and, when able, put her actions to good use. She was very fond of Spike Milligan, and I hope she would approve of this poem of his. It's called Smiling. Smiling is infectious. You catch it like the flu. When somebody smiled at me today, I started smiling too. I walked around the corner and someone saw me grin. When he smiled, I realized I had passed it on to him. I thought about that smile, then realized its worth. A single smile like mine can travel round the earth. So, if you feel a smile begin, don't leave it undetected. Start an epidemic and get the world infected. I would now like to hand over to her daughter Bonnie to share with us. You okay, Bonnie? Okay. Good. Way to go. I told you I was ill.
Thank you, Rosie, Yari and Co. I've been up. Couldn't have done this without all your support. I'm sorry for all my late dead ones. I'm Bonnie, Louise's daughter. If you don't know me, which probably all of you do. This is a very condensed summary of some of Mum's life. My mother was born on Euro country to a grieving mother, Elsa, and a God-to-serve father, Alan. She was born to big sister Annabelle from her father's first marriage, and big brother Tim, Elsa's first child. Elsa eventually remarried and divorced. Mum got a little brother in John, so it wasn't a complete loss. Nana and Pa, Elsa's parents, lived with them too. Nana would bring Mum cups of tea in bed to wake her for school, and Pa would pay some shillings to Louise to brush his hair. Not sure what the boys got, but as they were the only little girl in the household, I think she made out like a bandit. Louise was a good student at school and spent her secondary school years at the local all-girls school, where she met like-minded friends who would last for a lifetime. She would tell me of how dedicated they were at sports. Would hockey 1, hockey 2, hockey 3, the ball over the side of the field and skype off, among other adventures. Mum realised soon after school that she was not ready or interested in the 9 to 5, preferring to save and travel the world. This is how she came to live in India, met my father Roman. They worked for the same person in India, and despite a 10-year age difference, still similar to her mother and her father, they were in love and made me. The love did not last, but I did. Mum now had herself and a daughter to raise and support. Decided the best place to do that would be the Northern Rivers on Butchalan country. My mother was a dedicated parent. Now, being a parent myself, I realised just what a good one I had. When I was 4, she sprayed the chooks with food colouring. So when I woke up on my birthday, I had pink chooks. These lasted until after we moved out. The next people got pink chooks too. She taught me about art, nature, spirituality, and never rushed me. Told me off when I was a brat, which was a lot of the time. Taught me how to be independent. I started doing my own washing at 11 after she didn't separate my whites from colours, and I got a whole load of pink. By design or mistake, I'm not sure. Mum was good with kids, especially my cousins, and it would always be taking us to swimming holes, beaches, or for long walks at a slow plod. As I grew, Mum had more time to pursue her own passions again. She started uni, doing sciences, made some terrific friends and took me on some terrific bushwalks and adventures with them. The outdoors was my playground. The sciences led her to the arts, and this is where she'd always meant to be. Mum was a wondrous and prolific artist. I had forgotten this over the years through all of the troubles. But sorting her house and finding a treasure trove of Elle Fitz's back catalogue reminded me that she had led a full and rich life, marred by grief, loss, and a substantial amount of difficulty. But those made her the woman she was. What a woman. The sense of humour that was cultivated in her was next level. On watching her with her sister Annabelle some years back, it occurred to me that it must have been a genetic predisposition, as they and I shared that sense of humour. Hilariously black and dry. I can't read my own writing. My mother was my favourite person in the world. She was good and kind and fierce and cheeky, a deep thinker, scholar and seeker of truth. A healer. I could tell my mum anything. She would not judge outwardly. She would listen, just listen, and not fix all of it all the time, but just be, which is important. The grief is cloying, but I got to have her while she was here. So that's what I will focus on. Thank you for sitting through my ramblings, so I'll close with this poem. The Thing Is, by Ellen Bass. To love life, to love it even when you have no stomach for it, and everything you've held dear crumbles like burnt paper in your hands, your throat filled with the silt of it. When grief sits with you, its tropical heat thickening the air, heavy as water, more fit for gills than lungs. When grief weighs you like your own, when grief weights you like your own flesh, only more of it, an obesity of grief. You think, how can a body withstand this? Then you hold life like a face between your palms, a plain face, no charming smile, no violet eyes. You say, yes, I will take you, I will love you again.
Thank you, Bonnie. Well done. Very hard. You did great. She did great. We now have a wonderful opportunity to watch some pictures of Louise's life while listening to some music.
So fine, through the bumps of time in your prime. Then you people call, say beware, doll, you're bound for. You thought they understood that it ain't no good. You shouldn't let other people get your kicks for you. You used to ride on a chrome horse with your diplomat, who carried on his shoulder a Siamese cat. Ain't it hard when you discover that he really wasn't where it's at? After he took from you everything he could steal. How does it feel? How does it feel? Hang on your own, no direction home, like a complete unknown, like a rolling stone. Princess on a steeple and all the pretty people that all drink and thinking that they got it made, exchanging all precious gifts. But you better take a diamond ring, you better pawn it, babe. You used to be so amused at Napoleon in rags and the language that he used. Go to him now, he calls you, you can't refuse. When you ain't got nothing, you got nothing to lose. You're invisible now, you got no secrets to conceal. How does it feel? How does it feel to be on your own, with no direction home, like a complete unknown? When I started out down a dirty road, started out all alone, and the sun went down as I crossed the hill, and the town lit up. The world got still. I'm learning to fly, but I ain't got wings. Coming down is the hardest thing. With good old days, midnight return, and the rocks might melt, and the sea may burn. I'm learning to fly, but I ain't got wings. Coming down is the hardest thing.
This poem by Titnyard Horn might offer us all some comfort at this time. This body is not me. I am not limited by this body. I am life without boundaries. I have never been born, and I have never died. Look at the ocean and the sky filled with stars, manifestations from my wondrous, true mind. Since before time, I have been free. Birth and death are only doors through which we pass, sacred thresholds on our journey. Birth and death are a game of hide and seek. So laugh with me. Hold my hand. Let us say goodbye. Say goodbye to meet again soon. We meet today. We will meet again tomorrow. We will meet at the source of every moment. We meet each other in all forms of life. We will now scatter petals onto Louise's coffin. This action helps us to say our final farewell to her earthly form. When you are complete, please will you return to your seats. Bonnie and the family will lead us in the petal scattering, and Abby will now come down and give us the petals.
Born with the moon in Cancer, choose her a name she will answer to. Call her green, and the winters cannot fade her. Call her green for the children who've made her little green. Be gypsy dancer. He went to California, hearing that everything's warmer there. So you write him a letter and say, her eyes are blue. He sends you a poem and she's lost to you. Little green, he's a non-conformer, just a little green, like the color when the spring is born. There'll be crocuses to bring to school tomorrow, just a little green, like the nights when the northern lights perform. There'll be icicles and birthday clothes, and sometimes there'll be sorrow. Child with a child pretending, weary of lines you are sending home. So you sign all the papers in the family name. You're signing you're sorry, but you're not ashamed. A little green, have a happy ending. Just a little green, like the color when the spring is warm. There'll be crocuses to bring to school tomorrow, just a little green, like the nights when the northern lights perform. There'll be icicles and birthday clothes, and sometimes there'll be
There was a boy, a very strange enchanted boy. They say he wandered very far over land and sea. A shy and sad of eye, but very wise was he. And then one day, a magic day, he passed my way. And while we spoke of many things, fools and kings, this he said to me: the greatest thing you ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. The greatest thing you ever learn is just to love and be loved in return.
The earthly life of Louise FITZGERALD has come to a close. Or what is it to die but to stand naked in the wind and to melt into the sun? And what is it to cease breathing but to free the breath from its restless tides that it may rise and expand and seek the divine unencumbered? We commend you, Louise, into the fullness of eternity. May you drink from the river of silence and sing your songs of life. May your breath rise unencumbered and seek the fullness of the divine. May the earth claim your limbs that you can truly dance. In companionship with all who have gone before you, may you dwell this day in peace. We say farewell to you, Louise, knowing that our relationship with you must change. We will miss those things we love about you, and we will miss hearing your voice and seeing your face and feeling the touch of your hand. We cherish the memory of your words and deeds and character. We cherish your friendship, and most of all, we cherish your love. We give thanks for Louise, the years we shared with her, the good we have seen in her, and the love we have received from her. She now lives in the fondness of our memories and the tenderness of our hearts. We ask, Louise, that as you go on your journey, you are now surrounded in the deepest of peace and in the deepest of love, and that you are with those you love who have gone before you. With deep sadness for our loss, but with thanks for a life richly shared, as your season on this earth has come to a close, we now commit your body, Louise, to the stardust from which you came. We have been remembering with love and affection a life now ended. As we each return to living our own lives, let us be enriched by these memories. And as you leave from here today and join in the called house, may love and peace go with you both now and also in the days ahead. Our words of farewell are now finished. To complete here today, we will be carrying Louise out to the waiting hearse. Abby and Greg will come forward and organise the coffin before they ask the pallbearers to come forward. And we will leave from here today with George Harrison singing us out to My Sweet Lord.
Really wanna be with you.